You ready? You ready to start? All right. Welcome back to Tribal Council. We'll now bring in the members of our jury. We have Lachey, Juan, and Aliana vote out the last Tribal Council. Rob, once again, congrats on winning immunity.
Thank you.
Now, do you think that anytime someone wins individual immunity, it paints a bigger spotlight on that individual?
Yeah, I mean, of course, it makes you a little bit of a bigger threat. But you know, the two challenges today, the eating challenge and swimming, like I do well at. You know, put me on a balance beam. Give me something to swing around, and I'm the first one out. So you know, certain things like go to my strengths and certain things don't, and I think the rest of the challenges will probably be things that may not go to my strengths. So
In addition to winning that immunity, you also got to take two people on reward. Walk me through your reward choices.
yeah, so I took Isaiah and I took Jess, and they were second and third in the swimming, and they were second and third in the food. And I felt like let's have some bad food and then some good food.
So good for you, McDonald's.
Well,
I'm kidding.
better than an egg.
Isaiah, any action in this game can be a clear indication that I want to work with you. Now, did you read into that decision from Rob as a sign of good faith that maybe he does want to keep working with you?
I mean, one would, one hopes so. I don't think that that was any kind of bad indication. So, yeah, I would say so. I think that I probably would do the same thing that Rob did. That was my kind of mindset going into it. Was just if I had won, whoever was second. Well, I assumed it was one person you choose, but I was going to do runner up, and then same thing. I probably would do the third placer because that challenge was hard as hell. So I feel like it was kind of deserving.
Jess, that challenge was really difficult. You fought really hard, got to the top four in the challenge. Where are you at this point in the game on day 6?
I have two modes of laughing or crying. But I'm really, here I go. I'm really proud of myself. Like, I came in third place versus this guy and somebody half my age. I feel proud of myself no matter what happens. I'm proud.
Brandon. Brandon, that's one of the things about this game is it's recorded for your loved ones to see back home, to see you guys do all these cool things. How do you think your family feels watching you play this game?
You're trying to make me cry, partner.
Not my intention.
All cry.
No, you are. Yeah, I got little kids who I see or talk to every day. So yeah, out here 5 days. See, so out here, 5 days it's hard. 6 days it's hard. Not just telling them I love them. I know they know, but it is hard. So yeah, when you hear a reward, had just a little teeny message from family, it's nice, and he didn't know. I don't blame anybody for getting that. Everybody wants it, just because I have kids doesn't make it any different. But I'm just missing them. It's hard out here sometimes.
Certainly.
Yeah.
Allison, you guys are on day 6. There's still 2 whole days left of this game, and the challenges aren't going to get any easier. You're not going to get much more energy from here on out. So what motivation do you tap into to try to get through the remainder of the game?
I really love this stuff. So I am pulling in words. I'm pulling forth the joy that I have for this game and the challenge aspect of it, and I am able to zone out when I need to. Sure, I'm not gonna be the best at everything, but I'm excited to perform in the areas that I do have strength in.
Geraldine, there's been a lot of talk at the last couple of trials about each vote's a new vote. There's a lot of fluidity. Different people could vote with different people. Do you get the sense that that's going to be a continuing pattern, or do you think at some point sides will be locked down until the end?
I mean, I could see it going either way. I think it is probably more likely to see more fluidity just because in games like this, people tend to, go back and forth. And it is a game of survival to whatever gives them the best chance to do that thing. That being said, I know people out here have built solid relationships and we have grown those relationships over the last 6 days. So as much as you want to feel like you can lock things in, it is still important to continue building relationships with others, and it is important to remember that there's only so much we can do with tribal lines when the numbers are going to just keep getting smaller and smaller and smaller. So as much as I would love to say I'm for sure, the tagline is expect the unexpected. So I've been trying to do that the whole time because every prediction I've made has been completely inaccurate. So yeah.
Nina, I have to imagine with the game starting to come closer to an end, the beads are becoming a major topic of conversation. So did the beads come up once again in this scramble?
The beads have, at least for Kanane, have kind of always been a topic of conversation, and they haven't stopped as far as I'm aware. I don't know if they quieted down a little bit while I was briefly at the Outcast tribe, but they haven't. The beats have always been a topic of conversation. I think maybe with this being the last one that they could be played at, if we all remember correctly. It came up more, but they've never not been a topic of conversation since the start of the game.
Chad, with the knowledge that this is the last round,
Great.
that the beats could with the knowledge that this is the last round, the beats come into play, does that make trying to determine the vote more difficult because they could just come right out on the person that people want to vote for?
I mean, I think it would if I had any beads, right? Because I think I could very well be the person that goes home tonight. Inada hasn't fared too well in the last 2 tribals, and that could very well continue here. I've certainly heard my name, but I work in the poker world. I play poker, and there's a big difference between drawing thin and drawing dead. And I'm not drawing dead yet, so let's see how things play out.
And you saying you heard your name is out there, why do you think your name would be the one out there? What do you think the reasoning for that would be?
Oh, because if it's, I don't know, if maybe I'm no use to anybody anymore. Maybe it is still tribal. It certainly doesn't feel good to hear your name thrown about, as a lot of people here know that have had their names thrown about. So, as I said, history might dictate that it's another Inada, and if it is, I wouldn't be surprised if it is me. I've won 2 individual immunities, and might be perceived as strong or a threat. And yeah, I mean, there's only so much you can do, especially when you don't have any beats to play.
Isaiah, Chad's talking about how it's not favored well for Inadas lately. There are more original Kanane here, so while I do believe that this could be some fluidity, there is always safety in knowing, hey, there's 5. That's a majority right there. So how does that factor into the equation?
I feel like I kind of mentioned this a little bit maybe in a previous tribal, but the factor of, again, not having a swap and not being able to have interconnected relationships between both of the original tribes has really been a huge factor into how I feel all of us have been playing this merge phase of the game. There seems to be, or has been, a lot of hesitancy. Not that people are closing doors and locking them and not letting anybody hear people out, but it's a little scary to try to find the right time to maybe mix things up with each other. because at the end of the day, only one person can win this game, and there's safety and there's risk. It just depends on how much of each you want to take in.
Okay. Well, those are all the questions I had. I think we had a good discussion here. However, I would like to give each of you the chance, as always. If there's anything anyone else wants to say, address anyone here, this could be the last chance you have to do so. All right. Talking time is done. And we're going to get to the vote. I'll let them get to the booth first. Nina? Geraldine? Chad?
It's the beauty of reality. People, you can always alter reality.
Brandon? Jess? Bea?
Pretend this is a vote. Can everybody see me? You can? Okay. All right. Once the votes are read, the decision is final. Person voted out will be asked to leave the tribal council area immediately. Now, let's if anybody has a hidden unity idol and you'd like to play it, now would be the time to do so. Okay. I'll read the votes. First vote. Chad. Isaiah. Chad. 2 votes Chad, 1 vote Isaiah. Isaiah. 2 votes Isaiah, 2 votes Chad. Isaiah. 3 votes Isaiah, 2 votes Chad. Isaiah. That's 4 votes Isaiah, 2 votes Chad. The next person voted out surviving Reelfoot, first fire. Next member of our jury. Isaiah. Isaiah? I was spoken.
Thank you.
Time for you to go.
I guess it should be the paranoid one, right, Brandon?
See you guys.
Right, you just got voted out. What's the reaction?
Yeah, I got into tribal and my gut changed. Like, and there's this weird thing with my gut. Like, I know everyone's like, oh, I feel it in my gut. I feel it. But like, I can tell you there's something in my gut when something is definitely going to happen that went off. And like, I looked around, my fellow Kanani, like faces were rubbing. No one was looking at me. Breathing was off. Like, it just, things flipped. And everyone was very much like, yeah, Chad, yeah, Chad. Yeah, it was too easy. I wish I picked up on the energy beforehand. But yeah, I'm not shocked. I'm sure I'll process it as I am sitting in jury, but I'm glad I at least maybe prepared myself to see my name and to be voted out, because like I said, something right here, and it's not the McDonald's, something right here felt weird. So yeah.
Any hard feelings toward the people in the game?
No, it's the game, and I absolutely love this game, and I respect it wholeheartedly. I wish I obviously could have gone farther. I felt really, really good in my standings. I'm very happy about my placement. 8th is not bad. It's the worst I've ever done in a game, which is not bad at all. So hey, I've made jury every time, and in the single digits. I'm happy to see what goes on. I'm worried about probably Geraldine being in the bottom of that now. I don't know. And it's weird. I will say, if anything, Chad made me feel kind of off, because we've told each other that if we ever heard each other's names, we'd let each other know. And I literally let him know during this round that it was his name, and that, if I could try to do something for him, I would. So I do feel a little maybe off-putting by him and by Brandon, who literally during the challenge was like, which is why I called him out for him being paranoid, literally walking around saying, or walking with me to the challenge, being like, hey, I heard you've been talking about you, heard you've been talking about me. I think my mistake was I just was talking too much ahead of time. I was kind of talking about like, you know, the order of like, oh, this could be 7, this could be 6, this could be 5, this could be the final 4, and maybe that freaked people out. But that was just an idea. It was a plan. But yeah.
So at this point, who would you be most likely to give your jury vote to, you think?
If Geraldine can get there, if Geraldine can work her way through that, probably Geraldine. We've been friends and allies since like day one. And she's overcome so much. She's battled a lot of anxiety, and clearly now I feel like she's probably going to feel a lot of mistrust with this group. I hope she can pull through. If not her, maybe Allison, or Nina, because Nina came back from the outcast and she can pull her way through until the end. Then she deserves a winning shot for sure.
What do you take away from this experience?
Oh my god, this experience was so much fun. I really pushed myself. I won an immunity, and got to the final 8. This is an out of body experience, truly. I never thought I could push myself so hard, and I'm very happy to be part of the family. And yeah, I'm sure the emotions will come later. I'm a very emotional person. I'm actually surprised I'm not crying right now. Usually when I get voted out, there's at least a bout of sadness. But yeah, no, I'm just very, very grateful. And I'm very proud to see how much I've grown since my last game 2.5 years ago. So,
final question. You have friends, you have family who are watching. What do you want to say to them?
See, damn it. Well, Nathan, you said the right thing. Hi guys, I love you all so much. Thank you so much for supporting me. Damn, Nathan, damn you. I hope I made you guys proud as much as I made myself proud. And for those who have never seen me play these before, because there's a bunch of friends who never knew about this until I told them that I was going out here. This is it. This is crazy. I smell like crap, and been in the woods for 6 days. And if you're interested, let me know, because I'll get you out here. It's a good time, I promise.